me tell you something right now. You are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you've ever imagined. But the truth is, you've been holding yourself back. You've let doubt creep in, and that doubt has taken root. It's grown into excuses, fears, and stories that you tell yourself. And guess what? Those stories are lies. Lies you've bought into because it's easier to stay where you are than to face the discomfort of growth. But today, that changes right here, right now. Because today, we rip those lies out by the roots. Today, we make a decision that will shape the rest of your life. And it's a simple one: I can. I will. I must. Say it with me: I can, I will, I must. Feel that. Feel the power in those words. That's not just a mantra, that's a declaration. A promise to yourself. A commitment that no matter what life throws at you, you are going to rise. You see, life isn't going to hand you success on a silver platter. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. If you want something really, truly want it, you've got to dig deep and take it. You've got to fight for it with everything you've got. And I don't mean fight like you're just playing around. I mean fight like your life depends on it. Because guess what? It does. Think about your dreams for a second. Think about that thing you've been putting off. That goal you keep pushing to next year or next year or next month. What if you stopped waiting? What if you stopped hesitating? What if you decided right now that you're done making excuses? Here's the deal: life isn't going to wait for you to feel ready. You'll never have the perfect moment, the perfect circumstances, or the perfect plan. There's only now. And if you're not willing to take action now, you're choosing to stay where you are. Don't kid yourself. Staying stuck is a choice. I know what you're thinking, but what if I fail? What if it's too hard? What if I'm not enough? Let me ask you something. What if you succeed? What if you discover strength and courage you didn't even know you had? What if you blow past every limitation you thought was holding you back? You'll never know unless you take the leap. Unless you decide, I can, I will, I must. Stop underestimating yourself. Stop playing small. You weren't born to be average. You weren't put on this earth to just get by. You were born to be great, but greatness requires you to step into the fire. It demands sacrifice. It demands discipline. It demands that you rise above your fears, your doubts, and your excuses. Pain is part of the process. Struggle is part of the journey. But pain doesn't break you, it builds you. Struggle doesn't defeat you, it defines you. The question isn't whether you're going to face challenges. You will. The question is, how are you going to respond? Are you going to give up when it gets hard? Are you going to retreat when life pushes back? Or are you going to dig your heels in, look life in the eye, and say, bring it on? Let me tell you something: you've faced hard times before. You've been through challenges you didn't think you'd survive. And yet, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still fighting. You are proof that you can overcome. You are proof that you can rise. So why stop now? Why let fear win now? The key to success isn't talent. It's not luck. It's not some magical gift you're waiting to discover. The key to success is hunger. Hunger to learn. Hunger to grow. Hunger to push yourself past what you thought was possible. When you're hungry, truly hungry, you don't make excuses. You don't wait for permission. You don't stop when it gets hard. You keep going because you've made a decision: I can, I will, I must. Decide what you want. Not what you kind of want, not what sounds nice. What do you really want? What is it that lights your soul on fire? Get crystal clear on that. See it in your mind. Feel it in your heart. Now ask yourself, what's stopping you? The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the story you keep telling yourself. I'm too busy, I'm not smart enough, I don't have the resources. Enough. Those are just excuses. And excuses will rob you of your destiny if you let them. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission. Stop waiting for the stars to align. You don't need permission. And the stars don't need to align. The only thing you need is the courage to start. To take one step. And then another. And then another. Success isn't about giant leaps. It's about consistent, relentless action. Day in and day out. Even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. When you feel like giving up. When you feel like you can't take another step. That's when you dig deep. That's when you remind yourself why you started. That's when you say, I can, I will. I must, because giving up isn't an option. Failure isn't the end, it's just a lesson, a stepping stone. Every time you fall, you get back up. Every time you stumble, you learn. And every time you push forward, you get stronger. The truth is, you already have everything you need inside you. You don't need to be fixed. You don't need to be saved. You just need to unleash the power that's already there. And that power starts with a decision. And a decision to believe in yourself, to trust yourself, to back yourself no matter what. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep playing small? Or are you going to step up? Are you going to keep making excuses, or are you going to take control? Are you going to let fear win, or are you going to declare, I can, I will, I must? This is your time. This is your moment. Don't waste it. Don't let it slip by. Life is too short to settle, too precious to hold back. You've got one shot at this. Make it count. Dig deep, push hard, and never, ever give up. Because you can, you will, you must. Let's keep going. Because I want this to sink in deeply, not just into your mind, but into your soul. You see, the difference between people who achieve extraordinary things and those who don't isn't intelligence or background or resources. It's grit. It's determination. It's the refusal to quit when everything in you screams to stop. Think about it. Every time you've faced a challenge, you've had two voices inside you. One voice whispers, this is too hard, you can't do it. Just quit. That voice is sneaky. It tells you quitting is okay. It tries to sell you comfort at the expense of your dreams. And sometimes it's loud, sometimes it's convincing. But there's another voice, a quieter one maybe, but it's there. It's the voice that says, keep going, you've got this, one more step. That's the voice of your true self. The part of you that knows you're capable of so much more than you're living right now. And that voice, that's the one you have to listen to. That's the one you need to feed. But here's the catch, that stronger voice doesn't just show up on its own. You have to cultivate it, you have to strengthen it like a muscle. Every time you choose discipline over laziness, you strengthen that voice. Every time you face a fear instead of running from it, you strengthen that voice. Every time you decide, I can, I will, I must, you're giving that voice power. And guess what? The more you listen to it, the louder it gets. The problem is, most people are afraid of discomfort. They want the reward, but they don't want the struggle. They want the victory, but they don't want the fight. They want the result, but they don't want to put in the work. Let me tell you something, you don't grow when it's easy. You don't transform when you're comfortable. Growth lives on the other side of discomfort. That's the price of greatness. And the question is, are you willing to pay it? Think about the times in your life when you've been most proud of yourself. Was it when everything came easy? Was it when you coasted through without effort? No. It was when you pushed through the pain. When you climbed the mountain and stood at the top, not because it was handed to you, but because you earned it. And that's what makes success so sweet. It's not about the destination, it's about who you become along the way. You don't just want to achieve your goals. You want to become the kind of person who can't be stopped. The kind of person who gets up no matter how many times life knocks him down. The kind of person who looks at obstacles and says, is that all you've got? That kind of strength, that kind of resilience isn't built in comfort. It's built in the fire. So don't run from the fire. Step into it. Embrace it. Let it forge you into something stronger. Do you know what scares people the most? It's not failure. It's their own potential. Deep down, you know you're capable of greatness. You know you're destined for more. But stepping into that potential means letting go of everything that's holding you back. It means releasing the excuses, the doubts, the fears, the old stories that no longer serve you. And that's scary because it means stepping into the unknown. But let me tell you something, the unknown is where your power lies. It's where you discover who you really are. You don't need to see the whole path. You just need to take the first step. And then the next. And then the next. That's how you build momentum. That's how you create unstoppable energy. Each step you take fuels the next. Each small win builds your confidence. And before you know it, you're standing in a place you never thought you could reach. Here's the truth, you're going to mess up. You're going to fall short. You're going to face setbacks. But none of that matters unless you let it stop you. Mistakes aren't failures, they're lessons. Setbacks aren't the end, they're redirections. Every time you get knocked down, you're being given a choice: stay down or get back up stronger. And every time you choose to rise, you prove to yourself that you are unstoppable. Success isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about showing up every single day, no matter how hard it gets. It's about doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. Because discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when motivation fades. And discipline is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Now let's talk about fear. Fear isn't your enemy. Fear is a signal. It's a sign that you're stepping outside your comfort zone, that you're growing, that you're doing something that matters. If you're not scared, you're not pushing hard enough. The key isn't to eliminate fear, it's to act in spite of it. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward even when you're terrified. And the more you face your fears, the less power they have over you. So what are you afraid of? Failure? Judgment? Rejection? Let me tell you something, those things are temporary. But regret lasts forever. Don't let fear rob you of the life you were meant to live. Don't let it keep you stuck. Face it head on, and you'll realize it's not as big or as powerful as you thought. This is your life, your one and only shot. And you have everything you need to create something extraordinary. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need anyone to believe in you. You just need to believe in yourself to decide that you are worth fighting for, that your dreams are worth fighting for, that your life is worth fighting for. So I'll ask you again, what are you going to do? Are you going to let this moment pass, or are you going to seize it? Are you going to keep telling yourself the same old story, or are you going to write a new one? Are you going to settle for a life of good enough, or are you going to demand greatness? Say it with me one more time. I can, I will, I must. Feel it. Believe it. Live it.